This month, we are celebrating leading women of Halifax hospitality, starting with Fawn Restaurant. To fawn means to flatter in order to gain attention. Let me then fawn over Ceilidh Sutherland, Natalie Rosen, and Katie Tower, the visionary women behind Halifax's Fawn Restaurant. Of the restaurant's origins, co-owner Ceilidh says,
Katie and I own another restaurant called Field Guide. Field Guide turns 11 this year. A few years ago, when we were all kind of in the throes of pandemic life, we all of a sudden had a lot of time on our hands that we hadn't really experienced before, like as restaurant owners. And that time allowed us space to dream about something new. We had already been talking about a new concept, more of a daytime spot or an all-day spot. And with the help of Natalie, the vision became reality. We really wanted to do something that felt a little bit different for Halifax, so a space that felt a little bit unique. And we wanted the food to just feel really welcoming and comforting, and we wanted it to be a menu that we felt like could stand the test of time.
Standing in the restaurant with views over Halifax's public gardens, timeless seems like an appropriate word for its decor.
Trying to create, again, that mix of comfort and luxury, just to sort of align with our concept overall. And being next to the public gardens, like a huge part of, the appeal. And so we just wanted to make sure we were honoring that view and just the general sort of space we took up on the streetscape as well.
While Tower and Sutherland run the front of the house, the kitchen is led by another strong woman of hospitality, Natalie Rosen.
The menu is changing as we kind of see what our customers want, what we want to be eating day to day, and try and have a little bit of fun along the way too. Have some creative expression and really bring things to Halifax that we don't feel are here in any other space.
As for any barriers being a female chef in a traditionally male-dominated industry, Rosen says,
I think that in Halifax specifically, we're super lucky. There's a ton of really wonderful female chefs kind of leading the charge, and women who kind of came right before me and set up a really great foundation. I think that like any trouble that I would have as a female chef are similar difficulties that anybody would have as a woman in a male-dominated industry. I think it's mostly about men taking me seriously, and I think that I don't really require that validation, so I feel pretty confident, and I'm very lucky to have been really supported throughout my career.
Likewise, Sutherland and Tower embrace being women leaders of hospitality and how that impacts their style of management.
I think inherently as women, we bring a different energy to a space than male ownership would. And it's not better or worse, it's just different. For us, it is a lot about being really empathetic to our employees and also understanding them as people while still upholding boundaries within that space.
Their perspective on management has led to a collaborative work environment.
Afternoon tea was brought to our attention and brought to us from a couple of employees, Bronwyn, who still is employed here, and Ryan, who went on to be the chef at Field Guide. And they just sort of sat us down, Dragon's Den style, and said, hey, we have this concept, what do you think? Big presentation, visuals, the whole nine. And it was pretty hard to deny it would be worth trying. One of the things about afternoon tea that's different is it doesn't really rely on alcohol for it to be fun and interesting. We have definitely put our own spin on it. It is not meant to be like a traditional hotel style afternoon tea. It's meant to be fun and easygoing, just like we are and just like the rest of our menu is.
To learn more about Fawn Restaurant, head to their website or follow them on social media.